In today's video, we see Rashid Nezhmetdinov chess game. So without wasting time, let's move. This game was played in 1949. In this game, Rashid play with white pieces and Kamyshov play with black pieces. So Rashid starts with e4 and black replies with c6, knight f3, d5, Caro Kann Defense, knight c3, Caro Kann Defense, two knights attack, and black continues with knight f6. And Rashid didn't capture this d5 pawn and continue with e5 and create pressure on black's knight. So black move his knight on e4 and offer for knight exchanges. But Rashid declined the offer and move his knight on e2. And black continue with queen b6, d4, c5, d takes c5, queen takes c5, knight d4 for opening this bishop's diagonal. And black continue with knight c6, bishop b5, bishop d7, and Rashid castles king side, and black sacrifice his knight. Knight takes e5, but that is not sacrifice, because after knight takes knight, black can take this bishop, and if Rashid take this bishop, then queen takes knight, and material is equal after exchanges, and black exchange his bishop with Rashid's bishop. Bishop takes bishop, knight takes bishop, queen takes knight, rook e1, and black continue with knight f6, g5, and you can see that black's castle is not completed and black's bishop has no chance for his development. So black moves e6 to open this bishop's diagonal, and very nice move by Rashid, c4, and the logic behind c4 is very interesting. Let's see. If black take this pawn with his pawn, then Rashid can exchange his bishop with black's knight. And after g takes bishop, a4 comes, and you can see that pressure is on queen. And this diagonal is covered with knight and pawn. And the queen can't capture this pawn. And black can't move his queen far from this diagonal. If black move his queen, then you can see that checkmate comes immediately. So black can't capture this pawn, because after capturing this pawn, the queen's line is open for attack and Rashid can deflect black's queen. So black didn't accept the pawn, and black continue with queen a5, and Rashid exchange his bishop with black's knight. Bishop takes knight, g takes bishop, and Rashid sacrifice his knight. Knight takes f7, and black accept the knight sacrifice. King takes knight, and Rashid continues with queen h5 check, and black move his king on e7, and Rashid continues with c takes d5, and you can see that this pawn is pinned because of rook. So black can't capture this d5 pawn, because black will lose his queen, because this pawn is pinned. So after c takes d5, black continues with e5, and Rashid targets on e5, f4, and create pressure on e5, and black continues with queen takes d5, f takes e5, and the next threat is e takes f6. So black prevent this with f5, e6, and Rashid's next threat is queen f7 check, and black's king has two options. And after moving king, rook d1 comes, and you can see that black's queen will pin. So black did not want to lose his queen, so black continues with king f6. But it is too late for black, and Rashid plays h4. And the next threat is checkmate, queen f7 or queen g5. So black is in danger. If black move his bishop, then queen f7 checkmate, because king has no squares. And also queen g5 is checkmate, because this f7 square is covered with pawn. So king has no moves. So black continue with bishop c5 check and Rashid move his king on h1, and now black can't give any check. So black prevent this checkmate with queen takes e6, and the final move from Rashid queen h6, and after that black resigned. Reason for resign is simple. After moving king, black will lose his queen and the king has only two options. And if black move his king on f8, then queen takes f5 check and black will lose his bishop with fork. And if black move his king on g7, then queen e5 check, and you can see that black will lose his bishop. So black will down in material. So after queen h6, black resigned. If you like the game, then please subscribe the channel for watch more these type of videos and for your support.